The comet that we have little material from, material, by the way, is so small that I've never seen a piece of it. So people send me samples of it inside little packets, and I have to trust them that the sample is actually there. They come from orbits inside Jupiter, so that means about 4 or 5 times as far from the Earth as from the Sun as the Earth is. They originally were much farther out, way out at the edge of the solar system, but they made a mistake that comets frequently do make. They get too close to Jupiter, and Jupiter is such a huge body that it distorts their orbits and throws them literally from the outer solar system into the inner solar system, where they last for maybe 10,000 years, and then they suffer a collision, or they get too close to the Sun and all their ices evaporate and they cease to become comets anymore. So that one, the one we are studying, has a really interesting history. It used to live way, way out on the fringes of the solar system, but actually made its way, with the help of Jupiter, into the inner solar system, where we could actually rendezvous a spacecraft with the comet and collect dust that was coming off from the surface. They deployed something that looked like a tennis racket. And in that were a bunch of sticky little cells made out of a particular kind of plastic. And as the spacecraft flew through the comet's atmosphere, which is loaded with dust from the surface of the comet, some of the particles hit this material and were sort of stuck in it. And then it folded up the tennis racket, put it inside a little canister, came back to Earth, released it, it came down through the atmosphere and landed, hopefully safely. In fact, it did land safely. And the sample, the cargo is intact, and the little particles were picked out of this sticky substance and sent around to laboratories all over the world for analysis. It was the very first sample that we know came from a comet that we've ever had a chance to study in the laboratory. The more we know about comets, and the more we can look at a sample like this and figure out how much ice was perhaps at one time around it, it gives us another feeling about how important comets might have been in bringing us our water.